Doritos has this whole Super Bowl contest. It's known as Crash the Super Bowl, and a bunch of people get to submit their advertisements, and the winning advertisement actually airs during the Super Bowl, right? Now, we've already shown one of the videos, and we're going to show it again, but we have the finalists, and they're all 30-second commercials, right? We're going to show them, and we're going to pick our favorite.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. That's what we do. All right, TYT Supreme Court in the house.
Okay, so let's start with video number 1. It's the casket commercial.
Go.
At least he got his dying wish.
A jumbo casket full of Doritos. Genius.
Yeah, free Doritos and don't get out of work for at least a week.
Go, 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 go! It's a miracle!
Okay, not bad, but so what happened if they buried him?
That's exactly what I was thinking the whole time. That didn't make any sense.
Yeah, there was a little something off with their logic. I'm not sure logic is the main driving point here, but...
Okay, before we continue, because you guys are going to absolutely destroy my head if we do that for every one of these. Hey, you guys, you know Jack in the Box, you can't speak if your mouth is staying in one place like that, and you have a big, round, whatever his head is made of. That's not a man. How does he breathe? There's no airways connected to that. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's a commercial.
Yeah.
Please,
yeah.
just as long as you
I've
do
always had that concern about Jack in the Box. That head is far too large.
No, but you know what? That commercial was lacking oomph. It was lacking the button, you know? Like I was waiting for that button and it didn't come.
No, there was something missing there. That's I'm keeping it real.
I understand. As long as we don't go too much on the realistic line.
All right.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all. Because, I mean, yeah, I don't like that one as much either. So, okay.
All right.
Let's go to video number 2, Doritos Samurai.
Ah, Doritos. Thanks.
No problem. Snuck these out of Tim's locker. What's the big deal?
No. This is bad. Tim loves Doritos.
So, who doesn't?
Hide these! We gotta get out of here before... Damn.
There was a button.
It's totally illogical. That would never happen inside a gym. Who would do that just for Doritos?
You could never get hurt by a Dorito.
It doesn't make any sense. No, that's funny. That's good stuff. I mean, anytime there's a boom and somebody goes boom and falls over, always fun.
Right.
Okay. So, in favor of that one. Clip number, commercial number 3. I see it. Oh, that was awesome. I didn't see that coming. I was like, well, that old man's taking it pretty cool that this, punk stepped in front of him. And he's like, hey, I got this on lockdown. Everything's going to be all right.
I almost don't even want to look at the other ones. I feel like
it's almost over. OVAH after that one. Look, this campaign by Doritos is genius.
It is. It is.
You let people, go to work on this thing, and they come up with some great stuff. All right, let's go to the 4th one.
Hey, dog. Anti-bark collar. You want a Dorito, you gotta speak. Speak. Oh, come on.
Yeah. It could have been so much better.
Really? I liked it.
It had a great idea, but the execution was a little off. I mean, I like when the dog reaches up with his paws and takes it off, right, and puts it on him, but there was something a little off in the delivery of that one. But what I love is these are right along the Super Bowl lines, because Super Bowl lines always like randomly violent, involves animals. Okay, I'm surprised the guy didn't get kicked in the crotch.
Right, right.
Okay, but so far, 3 out of 4 have been totally violent, and the other one was a guy in a casket. Okay, so let's go to the next one here. Okay, of course, the next one's called slapping contest. Of course. Oh, with girls.
What are they doing? It's a smack up. The first guy to flinch has to make a run for more Doritos.
Matt, what are you...
Not now, babe.
I have a bag.
I said not now.
You look like a little girl. You know who's a big girl? Your mom.
Dude? Dude, you okay?
You flinched.
It has the requisite violence, but, you know, as soon as I saw the girls, I was like, oh, they're going to slap each other. Now all of a sudden we're having a conversation, but that's not the direction
Yeah,
I went.
you get your hopes up in the beginning, and then you're kind of let down.
Yeah. Nah, the old man's going to be way too tough to beat, man.
Right.
Let's go to the last one here and see if a single mom can beat him.
Hi. Aw, thank you. Have a seat. Kyle, Jalen. Jalen, Kyle. Jalen, you play nice. I'll be right back.
Doing it.
What's going on, little man? I see you got your game skills down, Pack. You might have your hands full once. I'll pick up the controller, little man.
Put it back. Keep your hands on my mama. Keep your hands on my Doritos.
Jalen, are you playing nice?
No. Winner.
Oh,
For me, that's the winner. I love that commercial so much. I love that little boy. I just want to eat his little face.
Here's what I love. He's counting backwards. He's like, keep your hands off my mama. Keep your hands off my Doritos. Okay. I love that part of it. But again, I'm going to go back to the same thing. Why does every Super Bowl commercial have to have violence in it? Okay. But you know what? Look, super cute, obviously. La la la. Old Man was good, and the Doritos Samurai was good. Those are my top 3, definitely. I can't resist the Old Man, though. Like, it's just a calm way that he's like, just, that's it. All right, I'm voting Old Man. You're voting Single Mom. J.R. Jackson.
It's hard between the Single Mom, and I like the Samurai. That one was funny.
Yeah.
The guy who was scared was the funny one in that one. The way he spit out the chips at first, he's like, we're not gonna eat these. Yeah, and he still got fucked up. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so you're leaning towards Samurai, so we got to bring the Chief Justice here to settle this. Which one do you like, Jesus?
The Old Man was my favorite.
Oh, you're going Old Man. Yes, we have a winner. Okay. Old Man wins, and that was a fun contest. Doritos, that's some good thinking right there. Nicely done. Okay. Go. Say, wasiktir. Some of my bitch, where do I press?
I love this guy.